My name is Allyn Root. My friends call me War, and I'm definitely a different kind of war. I'm a passionate capitalist evangelist. I call myself a Reagan libertarian, after my hero, Ronald Reagan. I'm a Jew turned born-again Christian. I'm a Las Vegas odds maker turned libertarian vice presidential nominee, the only one in the history of Nevada, by the way. I'm a homeschool dad who's homeschooled my daughter to Harvard, where she's now straight A's and second team All-Ivy League in fencing. And I'm an SOB, a son of a butcher turned Ivy League grad. I was Barack Obama's college classmate, class of '83, Columbia University. And I believe that no matter what the question is, the correct answer is, it's none of the government's damn business. And no matter how much money you make, it's your money, not the government's money. I'm also a proud Nevadan, proud to be a citizen of a place where the state constitution bans income taxes and welcomes guns in the hands of law-abiding citizens. You know what you call a place like that? Heaven. By the way, do you know the difference between Las Vegas and Washington, D.C.? In Vegas, the drunks gamble with their own money. The other big difference, by the way, is that in Nevada, we have legal prostitution. Now, in Washington, D.C., they also have legal prostitution, but they call their prostitutes by a different name. Senator. And their prostitutes are really talented, much better than ours, because they can screw you from 3,000 miles away. All kidding aside, the Nevada Constitution, I believe, is a model for the United States of America. Not just because it bans income taxes, that's a good thing. Take it from me, someone who was born and raised in New York, then spent 13 years in Malibu, California. I understand state taxes and state income tax bureaus. The real joy to not having income taxes is you have no state IRS, no state Internal Revenue Service, to hound, harass, frighten, intimidate, discourage, and punish your success. That's the beauty of living in Nevada. Nevada's the model not just because we welcome guns, but because we welcome personal freedom. Ask Reason magazine, they rated on a whole wide range of criteria 30 biggest cities in America, and they rated Las Vegas #1 for personal freedom. We're a model because we legalize sins like gambling, prostitution, and medical marijuana, which I also believe is a model for the nation. When you have sin, legalize it, regulate it, and tax it, bring in the money, and reduce the income taxes for the rest of us. Good thing. But most importantly, we're a model for the nation because we limit the time that politicians are allowed to sit in their seats. We limit the legislature to only 4 months every 2 years. That's the model for saving America. If you want to save this country and turn this economy around, let's limit Congress to 4 months every 2 years. Remember 2 winters ago when there was a blizzard in the Capitol and it shut down the entire Capitol for a week? And the congressmen were all moaning, oh my God, we're losing $100 million a day every day that Congress is closed. You know what I call that? A bargain. Let's keep it closed. I'll take the $100 million loss and we'll call it a win for the taxpayers. Now, if you think I'm kidding, let me tell you some statistics that prove I'm on the money with this one. I'm friends with someone named Eric Singer. He's a mutual fund manager that founded something called the Congressional Effect Fund. Now, the Congressional Effect Fund has tens of billions of dollars of people's money, investors' money, and they only invest it when Congress is on vacation. And the reason they do this is because he got together with a group of experts and they studied the effect of Congress on the economy. And here's what they found. When Congress is sitting in their seats for the last half century, the United States stock market is up 1%. When Congress is in recess, the stock market is up 17% for the last 50 years. Now, if you don't think that's a good enough stat, let me take you one stronger. In poker, let me raise you. How about the last century? Since 1897, if you invested $1 in the stock market, only on the days that Congress was in session, your dollar would today be worth $2. If you invested the same dollar only when Congress is in recess, it would be worth $300. And 3 economic professors studied these same stats. My buddy Eric brought them to some professors and said, make sure I'm not crazy here, I'm not doing it wrong. And the conclusion they came to is almost every dollar made in the entire United States economy since 1897 has been made only when Congress is in recess. Is that amazing? So if the question is, how do you know if Congress is doing damage to the economy? I think the answer is if they're sitting in their seats and their lips are moving, they're doing damage to the economy. Now, I told you I was an SOB, son of a butcher, but my dad was a very special butcher. He was a Jewish Republican butcher from Brownsville, Brooklyn, who loved Barry Goldwater. And my political career began in 1964 when I was 3 years old, handing out literature for Barry Goldwater in front of a train station and a supermarket in a little town called Mount Vernon, New York, in my dad's arms. And I think he'd be very proud right now. I think my dad and mom are looking down, because today I'm proud of the fact that my words are reaching conservatives across the United States. I'm a regular contributor now to the Washington Times, that's sponsoring your straw poll, to the Drudge Report, to Newsmax. My articles are seen on Breitbart, Daily Caller, all the top conservative sites carry my commentaries. And the one I'm most proud of that you need to know about, last year I wrote it for the RJ here in Las Vegas, and it got carried by every political paper. And if you know Snoops.com, they're the internet authority. And they declared that it was the second most popular story on the World Wide Web in the year 2010. It went viral, and it was just sent again and again to everybody's email. Here was the title: The Obama Economic Plan, Purposely Overwhelming the System to Cause Crisis, Chaos, and Destroy Capitalism. If you ever got that in your email inbox, that was me. And so that commentary forwarded all over the world. I'm very proud of my gut instincts, because here's what really happened. When Obama and I were classmates at Columbia University, there were 2 famous professors that had been at Columbia, and everybody studied these professors. They were named Clowens and Piven. And their goal was to socialize America, to make this economy a socialist economy. And they said there's no way to do that quickly. You got to do it carefully, and the way to do it is very slowly, cause crisis, cause chaos, and bring businessmen in this country to their knees, begging government to save us all. And if that doesn't sound like what Obama has done for the last 2.5 years, I don't know what does. Because let's talk about the barrage of socialist plans we've all witnessed for the last 2.5 years. We've had Obamacare. We've had cap and trade. We've had stimulus. We've had the idea to extend unemployment out as far as you can ever see, to infinity. We've had card check. We've had banning offshore oil drilling. We've had suing the state of Arizona for enforcing the federal law against illegal immigration. We've had NASA basically closed down and put out of business, but before Obama closed NASA, he informed the head of NASA that the #1 priority from this day forward of NASA, you know, the guys who sent astronauts into space, is sharing our knowledge and technology with Muslim nations.